what starts here can change everything. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter your background, your gender, or your status in life. What matters is the path you take and the lessons you learn along the way. Whether you've worn a uniform or not, these lessons apply to everyone. Life is full of challenges, and the tools to overcome them are universal. Let me share with you the 10 lessons I learned from one of the toughest training programs in the world, the Navy SEALs. But these lessons, they can transform any life in any situation. The first lesson, start with the small things. Every morning, my instructors, all seasoned Vietnam veterans, would come to inspect our barracks. The first task, making our bed. Simple, right? But it wasn't just about neatness, it was about discipline. If you make your bed every day, you accomplish something first thing in the morning. And that small victory, it builds momentum. One small task done right leads to another and another. Soon, your day is filled with accomplishments. And here's the real power of it. If you have a tough day, you'll always come back to a bed that's made. A reminder that even when life's messy, you can start fresh tomorrow. So if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. Lesson 2. You can't do it alone. During training, we were split into boat crews. 7 of us in each crew. We had to paddle through fierce waves, and every paddle had to be in sync. If one person fell behind, the boat would turn and we'd be thrown back to shore. To get through the hardest times, you need the strength and support of others. Whether it's friends, family, or even strangers, the journey requires teamwork. Want to change the world? Find people who will help you paddle through the storm. And here's the thing, the best crew wasn't made up of the biggest guys. It was the Munchkin crew. All of them under 5'5". They were from different backgrounds, different cultures, different parts of the world, but they outpaced everyone. The bigger guys, they had to learn the lesson. It's not about your size, your background, or your appearance. It's about the size of your heart and your will to keep going. If you want to change the world, measure a person by the strength of their spirit, not the size of their body. Lesson 3. Life's not always fair. In SEAL training, our instructors would inspect our uniforms with a brutal eye for detail. It didn't matter how perfectly you pressed your clothes or polished your boots, they would always find something wrong. If you failed, you became a sugar cookie, drenched in the surf, rolling in the sand until every inch of you was coated. It was humiliating, but the lesson was clear. No matter how hard you work, sometimes it won't be enough, and that's okay. The key, keep going. Even when the world seems against you, you can't quit. If you want to change the world, embrace the tough moments. Don't let failure stop you. Keep moving forward. Lesson 4. You will face circuses. In training, when we didn't meet a physical standard, we had to face the circus, 2 extra hours of grueling exercises. No one wanted to face the circus, but those who did, those who pushed through the pain, grew stronger. Every failure was an opportunity to build resilience. Life is filled with circuses. You'll fail, it'll hurt, it might feel like you're going backward. But the only way to get stronger is to face it head on. If you want to change the world, don't run from the pain. Face it and let it make you stronger. Lesson 5. Sometimes you need to take risks. During the obstacle course, one of the most daunting challenges was the slide for life. You had to climb a 30-foot tower, then swing down a rope to the other side. It was nerve-wracking, but one trainee decided to take a risk. Instead of swinging under the rope, he dove down head first. Dangerous, risky, and seemingly reckless, but it paid off. He broke the record. Sometimes the only way to achieve greatness is to take the leap. If you want to change the world, be bold enough to take risks, even when everyone tells you it's too dangerous. Lesson 6. Stand your ground. The waters of San Clemente Island are home to sharks. During our night swims, we were told, if a shark circles you, don't panic. Stand firm, don't swim away, and if necessary, punch it in the nose. The lesson: there will always be sharks in life, those who seek to intimidate or scare you. But don't back down. If you want to change the world, face your fears head on and never back down. Lesson 7. Find clarity in the darkest moments. When seals swim under enemy ships, there's no light. It's pitch black, disorienting, and dangerous. But it's in that darkness that we had to remain calm, focused, and precise. When life is at its hardest, when you can't see the way forward, that's when your true strength comes through. If you want to change the world, be your best when it's darkest. Lesson 8. One voice can make a difference. During Hell Week, we spent hours in freezing mud, exhausted and ready to quit. At one point, the instructors offered an out. If 5 people quit, we could leave the mud. But one person started singing, out of tune and without care. Slowly, others joined in. And in that moment, the mud wasn't so cold. The wind wasn't so harsh. The night didn't feel so long. One voice, one act of defiance gave the rest of us hope. If you want to change the world, sing even when you're up to your neck in mud. And finally, the last lesson: never ever give up. At the SEAL training camp, there was a bell. If you rang it, you quit. You could walk away from the pain, the fear, and the uncertainty. But ringing that bell meant surrendering to the challenge. No matter how hard things get, never ring the bell. If you want to change the world, don't quit. No matter how tough it gets, keep going. So remember, start with the small things. Surround yourself with people who will help you. Measure others by the size of their heart, not their appearance. Embrace failure. Don't run from it. Take risks. Stand your ground. Stay calm in the darkest moments. Find hope in the smallest acts. Never give up. If you do these things, you'll change the world. And what starts here, it will echo across generations, making this world a better place.